Hi Disney princesses! I'm back with a new series of comic reviews, and of course they're brought to you by my own comic... The Red Knight! And you can follow it on Facebook and order new copies of it on the Etsy page. All 4 issues are available. Now, let's do some comic books, shall we? First off, this is I wasn't able to pick up the comics this week, so... I'm going to be talking about last week's comics, and I had some really good stuff in this pile, by the way. Here is Captain Marvel #1, and this is by a writer I've heard of, but I hadn't really read any of her stuff. Kelly Sue DeConnick, and a new artist, Dexter Soy, and it is basically a new start for Carol Danvers, and she had been Miss Marvel since her inception, actually, in 1968, and then when her series started up in late 70s, 77 or something like that. And I have been very, very excited about this, and I think it's been fairly positive for most fans, too, by the way, because essentially they've tried several times to replace Captain Marvel with other dudes, and they've all kind of died or went off or retired or whatever, or got renamed. They even tried one female character. Meltdown was originally Captain Marvel, and that didn't work either, so they got a new Captain Marvel, and then a new Captain Marvel. Meanwhile, she's been just hanging around this whole time. So, let's see. This series is almost, oddly enough, it's got a great reference for Marvel history and this great Marvel character, Miss Marvel, now Captain Marvel, but it almost feels like a DC book from just a few years ago, before the New 52, where it has a great reverence for legacy and influence on a person's character and what people have meant to them. And the scene opens up with Captain excuse me, I can't call her that just yet. Miss Marvel and Captain America fighting the Absorbing Man, and that fight sequence is quite good. And you also see Miss Marvel use her wits to take him down pretty easily. And it's a pretty funny sequence too, where she kind of knocks him out in a museum, and that kind of starts a conversation between her and Captain America. And he's basically saying, why don't you just call yourself Captain Marvel? The name is, you've kind of been like working, kind of taking up his legacy anyway. Why don't you just go ahead and go all the way with it? And she's not really comfortable with that just yet. She feels like maybe she's kind of stepping on some toes there, out of respect for the man. And this conversation continues with Spider-Man, and she does give it some thought, and then she just decides, like, okay, you know what? Screw it, I'm going to do it. And it's that easy. I actually found it kind of a big relief that we didn't go through this whole kind of big story arc where she had to do some kind of quest thing or crap like that. It's just basically, oh, you know what? I'm gonna call myself Captain Marvel. Yeah, that's right. Then the second half kind of deals with kind of the more human side of her life, the fact that she was a pilot. And there's this wonderful connection she has with this pilot named Helen Cobb, who, by the way, she dies off panel, apparently by accident or happenstance. I have this feeling it's probably going to be something mysterious. And we flash back to the first time they meet, and she was a very big influence on her. And there's a really wonderful piece about the speech that she gives about how she was, early on in the astronaut program with NASA, and they didn't continue with her, even though she tested very well along the lines of all the guys that ended up going on the Apollo missions, and attributed that to just the social standings of women at that time. And you know what? That history is actually real. There were women pilots who did test very well and were just constantly overlooked. And the scene the issue ends with a really touching funeral, actually. And I can't help but think about Sally Ride when I read this too. I mean, it's just a coincidence, but it's a really touching issue. It really does get me into this character. Matter of fact, I enjoyed it so much I decided to buy some old Miss Marvels from the 70s. I love Marvel 70s comics, and that's mostly because I was born in the 70s, so obviously that's, to me, what comics are. 5 Ram Chips, you should give it a shot. Now, Glory. And Glory's been one of my favorite books. Oh boy, Joe Keatinge and Ross Campbell doing the best Wonder Woman book ever for Image. And last we left our heroes, Riley is kind of in the middle of this huge alien demon battle thing where the island they were hiding out on was attacked by this huge horde of beastie demon alien guys. And at the end, the shark guy, he doesn't have a name, the shark guy tells her, hey, this is an invasion, we're not trying to kill you all, we're trying to rescue you, get you out of here. Because there's a lot of people telling Riley, like, Glory's mission isn't a good one, it's going to actually ruin everything. And only you can stop her, Riley, you 90-pound woman who's never been in a fight in her entire life. Let's see, but she has some sort of destiny attributed to, you know, having something to do with Glory and her war that she's about to hold off. And this issue starts big with Riley being saved and rescued by a giant winged cat that shoots laser beams out of its eyes. I mean, this is a great book. I mean, every page you can see, like, everything you'd see on the internet. I mean, this is fantastic. Anyway, Henry's okay. Henry the Monster, Glory, and Gloria are doing battle, and Glory turns into this big beastie and just fucking destroys the spaceship. She, you know, yeah, she kind of started out as a Wonder Woman knockoff, but you know what? There's a lot of Hulk in her. And not many women can take a lot of Hulk, but she takes a lot of Hulk, and I mean, she's kind of like, you know, fuck this Wonder Woman shit. I mean, she could take on Darkseid and win. This battle starts, she suits up once she kind of like calms down, and I mean, oh my god, what a great gory sequence. I mean, I have rarely seen like such bloody superhero battles going on, and all the while, we have Riley, who's a very human character. Matter of fact, she ends up killing one creature during the fight, and she's distraught over it. I mean, this thing was like an inhuman monster, was going to eat her and, you know, drink her blood, and when she kills him, she feels terrible. Meanwhile, all this shit's going on around her, and Glory feels like the only one that can help her is her sister, who looks even more horrible than all they are. By the way, I love this character design. I mean, Ross Campbell is just amazing with character design. I'm constantly impressed with the things he comes off with page after page. I highly recommend this book. This is one of my favorite comics right now, 5 Ram Chips. Not one of my favorite comics right now. This is Batwoman issue 11, written by J.H. Williams III, W.H. Haddon Blackman, and Trevor McCarthy doing the art. I still don't get it. 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 I'm underwhelmed. I still don't get it. This is really sad because I really loved this book for a while, but now it seems to be really story-wise floundering really bad. That's it. I'm not reading this anymore. 2 Ram Chips. Daredevil! Yeah, this is the part 2 of the story with Doom. And what's amazing is Dr. Doom does not appear in this issue. He's only kind of a emotional specter throughout this whole book. As his minions are studying. They've captured Daredevil, and they've drugged him to the point where it's an amazing drug. It numbed all his senses, where he can't do anything. I mean, he obviously can't see, he can't hear, he can't touch, he can't taste, he can't feel. He might as well be dead. And he even wonders at points, like, oh man, I might be dead, because it's just blackness. It's actually kind of a scary idea because there's a good portion of the first half where it's narrated by Matt Murdock, and he couldn't be more helpless. And of course he gets he kind of he free. I don't want to give maybe too much away, but he does free himself, and he does figure out a good way to contact the Avengers. And this is Mark Waid. Excuse me. Cristelli is doing the art, and let's see. Can't really describe Cini's work too much. Maybe his work reminds me a little of Dustin Ewan, or I don't know. It's a specific style that I can't really place. But wow, what an exciting little thriller of a comic. Great stuff here. Doctor Doom doesn't even have to show up to be a threat. 5 round chips. Well, I think that does it for now. You got anything to say, Beast Guy? That's creepy. Push the button, Lindsay.